Good afternoon, Afrah. How are you doing?
Hi, good evening. I'm doing good. How are you?
Great. I'm doing great. Thank you for coming on the podcast.
Thank you for inviting me.
Yeah. Afrah, can you please introduce about yourself little bit?
Yeah, I am Afrah. I am a neuro change practitioner and a life coach, and I teach manifestation. And I'm focused on mostly on wealth and relationships.
And where do you locate?
I'm located in Finland,
Finland.
but
Oh,
I'm like in Finland and in Iraq sometimes. So, yeah,
oh. So you are in Finland from your childhood, or have you
yeah,
migrated?
yeah, born here. Yeah,
Oh, wow. That's great.
but I work like online, mostly online. So it doesn't matter. Like I work with people from all around the world.
So do you consult for the spiritual practitioners for manifesting?
Yes.
Okay. And have you studied for this program? Have you done any course or taken any practices from the guru or from anyone else?
Yes, I have. And for manifesting, I have. And I've practiced it and studied it for very, very long time myself. And yeah, practiced it myself as well for so long and experienced and really like went deep into the subject for a long time.
How long it takes to complete this course?
You mean course that I give?
Yes, and also the one which you have learned and practiced.
Yeah, well, it's something like this is something like it's not like as you go to certain course and you become a lifesaver or some sort of a occupational certificate or something, but it's more like you know I've studied the whole subject and I've taken like my own coaching from people who are deeper in the subject and who have learned it further and they're teaching it now. And I've read a lot of books on the subject and I've learned from like experienced like gurus on the field and so on. And then I've got my separate like the coaching and the mental practice that I've like studied as a course and certificate and everything. So different like periods of times. And what I give, or what I do with my people, it varies. It varies how long we work together.
So do you counsel the other persons, or do you give a coaching how to manifest it? Teach to how to manifest it.
Yeah, guidance, teaching, coaching. Yes.
Teaching, coaching. Yeah. Okay. No, man. I mean, my question is, when let's say I am the person and I want to, be a coach in becoming a manifestation process. Like you teach the other people how to manifest the things in your life. Then, if I also want to study it and coach other people that okay, you can do this, you can practice this thing. So do you
Hmm.
provide such services?
Well, I don't myself teach how to be a coach, but I believe that you can like utilize your own experiences and your own gift. You can use if you've got a talent, you can use it and project it to the world, and you'll figure out yourself like how to do and what to do. But I'm not like specialized in teaching how to, do your own business or how to like coach yourself. But it can come along the way.
Oh, okay. So I mean, while practicing the manifestation process, you tend to become like a coach, like how to manifest the things in your life, right? So,
Yes.
okay. So, is there any certification needed to be a coach for manifestation?
No.
No. Okay. Right. So, what exactly the manifestation process is, and how do one implement in his life and see the change in actual on the field?
Yeah. Well, everything comes from oneself. So it's really like being aware of oneself, being aware of one's self-image, and which is the self-concept. That is the core of everything, and figuring out and knowing what it is you want. And then it all comes down to the self-concept and what's our conviction about ourselves. How do we see ourselves in relation to that, what we want to manifest? And then we dig into that. And yeah, it all comes how we match ourselves to what we want. Then we build on that.
Okay. So, also in your experience as a neuro practitioner coach, how have you seen spiritual awareness impact the effectiveness of manifesting goals and desires? So that
Well,
awareness,
it helps.
yeah, the awareness which you have just mentioned, that you have to be aware.
Yeah,
How much
yeah,
impact that awareness plays, for manifesting the goals or desires?
yeah. Huge role, huge role. Like it's everything, being aware of what are your thought patterns, what's your self-image, like what do you how do you see yourself, how do you consider these certain things, because it's all within frequencies, and how do you vibrate on that frequency of that thing, of that your desire, and is your self-concept aligned with that? So it's all like together, it all comes together. So being aware of all of that, and then once done the awareness part, then altering it and matching it the frequency to the frequency of that um, object of manifestation. So that is the other part of the whole process, in short, to put it short.
Isn't that awareness can be judged by someone when, let's say, if I'm becoming aware of my behavior, of my every little actions, then isn't that obvious that I tend to become a judge about myself, that no, this is not right, this is not wrong, or this should be the way? So how do I differentiate between the judging and just seeing as awareness?
Well, we don't need to judge. We can use the awareness in positive way, in a constructive way. The judging does not help us. It won't help us. It will make us bad, and then we feel bad about feeling bad, and it will become a vicious circle. So instead of judging, what we want to do is we want to become aware of the limiting thoughts, limiting ideas that we have that are blocking our manifestation. And we want to find out why they are there, why they exist, where do they come from, what they are related to. And then once we become aware of that, we go and we replace them with something different. And we use the awareness in a constructive way. So we can different, we can make them different, we can change them. So instead of judging, we change everything to building blocks what we want.
Self-awareness is the first step for the manifesting anything in your life. So what's the next step once you become the self-aware about yourself? What's the next step we have to practice?
Yeah, well, manifestation is, as I said, well, I have done it so that we can do it even when we are, it happens, it still always happens, even if we are not thinking that we do, or we are not that much aware of what we are actually doing. But once you know that you want to achieve some sort of certain thing, then you can just manifest it. Like when I think about back in my life, I've manifested things like even without doing the whole deep work. But now, once if someone has an idea that, okay, I want to learn this, I want to that, then we do that. We go through that process. But yeah, as I said, it's about firm decision and conviction of ourselves, and that's what we want to manifest. And then it's becoming vibrationally aligned with that thing, the object of our desire, and vibrating on that frequency, and that's it. That's where the magic happens.
Are there certain tools we have to consider while practicing for manifestation?
Yes, well, being clear, knowing what is it that we want, knowing ourselves first, knowing what is it that we want, and visualizing that, visualizing it, and getting ourselves into the frequency of that thing, embodying it. Yeah, as in whole, feeling it, visualizing it, and thus matching the frequency of it, embodying the state of that object. So this sort of tools, for example, these are the most powerful tools that we use. There are other practices as well, but like in short, these are the main practical tools.
So what I have understood for manifestation, that you use your book and pen, the pen and paper as a tool. You write daily the gratitude or the thing which you want to manifest in your life. You write down on a daily basis. So is that something which is necessary to do, or without keeping that journal also you can manifest the things?
Yeah, that is not necessary to do. These are helpful practices, but they are not necessary. You can manifest without doing that. But most important is to know, to have it as a clear vision, what you want, and visualizing it, embodying the state of it, because everything already exists. Like we don't have to think. The thing is that to not think how, but it already exists. Everything is existing already. All we have to do is vibrate on that frequency, and that's how it happened. That's how things just unfold, and the synchronicities happen. The things just fall into places without thinking the how. We have to let go of the how. So just embodying that and bringing ourselves into that state and believing it. So that's like that's it. And if you want like very, very strong, let's say like fast track tool, the gratitude, feeling gratitude of what is it that we are going to, and at the same time of what we already have. Like the gratitude is like the ultimate form of receivership. Brings our manifestations a lot faster.
Can you share example or a success stories from your coaching practices where individuals have experienced, the profound spiritual transformation through manifesting process?
Sure, I can. I've got some amazing experiences with my clients with in regards of finances, where they have started this manifesting work and the self-concept work, and their status has just like unfolded and just changed like very fast actually, and they've kind of found just naturally multiple sources and new sources of income, some even like magical ways. We can call it magical ways because the way that the wealth can come, there are so many ways. It is already here. All the wealth, it is here. It is here. It's just, it's waiting for us just to match the frequency of it. And that's it. Like It's waiting for us. The wealth and the money and everything, it's not commanding us. It's there for us. Okay, so even like someone has like just found money, being given money, things like that. That is so natural, so normal. And also with relationships, just amazing things have happened, like that they've manifested a specific person, some events, some just totally amazing events with that person, with that person contacting them, all these sort of things, and manifesting the relationships and all these sort of things, and with career as well, yeah, career success and all that. It's really, it's not hard thing. It's not hard to do. It's really not. You know, when I think about my experiences, like from way before I knew what it was, I knew what I was doing, I just decided a certain thing, because that's how the universe works. Everything is there. Everything is, we just have to decide. And we just have to know, this is what I want. There is nothing in this world we don't have. There is nothing, there's no lack. There's nothing like we cannot imagine that does not exist and that we cannot have. Everything's there. We just have to decide. We just have to match with it, and that's it. That's how I manifested amazing things happen just like that. We are that powerful. We just have to take the power. We just have to become aware of that power we have and take it and use it, and that life becomes a lot easier.
There are stories which I heard in the life where when you want something, you have to take actions in your life. But in the manifestation, what I've understood is something which is you have to visualize, you have to be aware about what you need. You have to feel that you already have those things which you are manifesting. So there is a difference. Is action is necessary in while manifesting the your desire, or you just need to be aware about yourself?
You will take inspired action. The action that you are going to take, it will come so natural. It will be so clear to you. You don't think about the how. You don't need to worry and stress yourself out thinking what I have to do, which actions I have to, which steps I have to take. No, it will be all so natural. The most important thing is to just be aware and visualize, and the self-concept and the conviction of oneself. And once that is matched, then it will be inspired action, and that you will take.
When you say that there is a frequency you have to match, so what is that frequency? Does the universe has its own frequency, and we have a different frequency, we have to match that frequency in order to manifest the thing?
Yeah, well, since all our emotions are on a certain frequency, like joy, excitement, happiness, and those sort of emotions, they are on a high frequency. And when we operate on the high frequency, that's where the magic happens. So good magic, like that brings us so much closer to our manifestation. That brings us to the frequency of the manifestation. And then there are the low frequencies, which are totally like they belong to the human life that we go between these frequencies. But what I'm talking about is being on the frequency of the similar thing, that which we want.
We normally hear that when you align with the frequency of universe, you manifest the thing. So uh, is that similar to law of attraction? Is manifestation is similar to law of attraction?
Well, law of attraction is, it's like a part of the whole manifestation process, but in manifesting, it goes a bit further. It's more like law of assumption. So you are so you assume and you're so certain and you already know that you are that person who has that or is that. So it's a bit more than that.
Like, also, can you explain the role of mindset and belief system in the manifestation process? Like how individuals can work on shifting limiting beliefs to create more supportive and positive mindset for manifesting their goals.
First thing is to become aware of the limiting ideas and thoughts. That is the first thing. And then going through them and not avoiding them, just really observing them and going through them and figuring out like why they are there and are they true? Is it true? Is it true just for the whole rest of the world, for everyone, or is it just my idea? And then finding this cognitive dissonance, finding evidence that if you figure out that, okay, this is actually just my reality, my truth, then you can find evidence that on the opposite of that your truth. And once you are aware, once you've gone through that, then you just replace it with something else that's supporting you. And the mindset, I would say that it's more like, that is more like, which is supporting you, that you're not giving up. Your mindset is you're persistent and you are set to do this. Yeah, you are set to walk this path and accomplish what you want. I think I don't remember the whole question, but
So
this is the
is that
part that,
something related to rewiring the neurons of our brain?
yeah, absolutely. The whole work is that what we do, rewiring our brain and yeah, creating new neural pathways in our uh, with the work of being self-aware and changing the way we are, like reprogramming ourselves. Like that's what we do, because everything that we do, it's just a programming. The idea, the image that we hold of ourselves, it's just a programming. We just like computers. We just, if we want different reality, we want a different self-concept, we want the different things, we just have to reprogram ourselves. And that's it.
So
That's the way we get the result.
it's lot has to do with subconscious mind. And when you say that it's we have to work on changing our neural pattern, so manifestation is has lot to do a work with subconscious mind.
Absolutely. Yes, absolutely. Everything happens from the subconscious conscious, because you know, when we manifest something, you know, when we are even if we are writing down or affirming that I am this, I am that, or I am abundant, I am rich, I am in a beautiful relationship, I'm a millionaire, whatever, you know, if after you write or say, if after that immediately your mind says to you, or you hear from yourself within yourself, no, you're not, no, you're not. So it's the idea, it's that thought, it's that idea, that conviction that manifests, not the affirming, not the physical act of writing or your mouth speaking and affirming, but it's the self-concept. It's the idea of yourself that manifests. And when we speak about frequencies, and when people, some people might say that you just have to feel good to manifest. It's not about feeling good. We are humans and we are supposed to go so many big variety of emotions throughout the day. It doesn't matter. It does not change our manifestation, but is the conviction, the self-concept, the idea we hold of ourselves that manifests.
Are there any universal spiritual principles that you find particularly influential in the manifestation process, like um, where one individual can tap into this principle for the better results? I mean, self-awareness is one principle which I understand, which you have to be aware about, which we have to be aware about ourselves. But other than that, is there any other principles of universe?
Well, understanding that you can, like, this, I see the manifestation and spirituality, if you want to think of like a religious spirituality, I see them as they are so much, like they are almost the same, like they are so much together. And one principle is to understand that whether you call it universe, you call it God, you call it higher intelligence, higher self, or whatever, it wants us to have everything. It wants us to want, it wants to give us everything, and it already has everything. Everything is here. Nothing is created nor destroyed. So everything is here. It wants it to us. So all we have to do is just ask and believe and know that we can have it and be grateful. And that's it. And that is what I believe is also the teaching of the spirituality and religions, that we ask and then we are giving and we are grateful and we shall have more. And that's how it is.
How do you handle the resistance when in context of manifestation, like when someone is in the process of manifesting the things in his life, there is a resistance. So and handling, managing that resistance is a bit of a job, I feel. So what mindset one should have, while he is on a manifestation road?
Yeah, well, the resistance is absolutely, well, first understanding that you're on the way, you're in the boat, and the boat will sometimes shake. It will. But if you go through that storm, if you handle it wisely, you will be in such a good state after that. You will be so successful after that. Like, do not give the giving up as a choice. Like, if you give up now, how you will end up? Instead of doing that job, what you will lose if you do that job? You can only win. And resistance, it does come, absolutely, it will come, because the way you see yourself, you are doing something different. You're changing your self-concept. You're changing, you are creating new, you are creating something that you did not see yet in your reality. So of course it will be, it will bring resistance, but the key thing is that we are changing it. We are overcoming the resistance. That is the work. We're changing it, and that's where, if it didn't come, like, then what's the whole point of the work?
Yeah. So how does the concept of alignment uh fact alignment factor into the meditation, sorry, into the manifestation process works? uh how do one align with their thoughts, emotions, and actions with their desired for their desired outcome?
As I explained, it's about the self concept. So it's about that, and then all those practices that we do when we know what we want, then it's about embodying the state, embodying that we want, and going through certain ideas, like understanding that, or finding out, figuring out, am I a person that I can have that? Can I have that? Am I such a person that I can do that, or I can have that? It can be, and understanding that, and then embodying the state, and basically, that's it. And even also, as I said, like, manifesting can be done even with quite simply, and just like deciding certain things, because that's what the universe, or God, or whatever you call it, wants from us. That's what it wants. It wants us to just decide, this is going to happen. I will do this. I will have that. And giving no other options. That is how I've manifested amazing things, like, having some people perform or act in certain way, in such a certain way that like it came just, I understand that it came through my mind, that I decided that now in this moment and this moment they are going to do this, they are going to do this, or amazing big things like someone's recovery from a certain death, you know, and things like that. So what I'm saying is that gratitude is such a big power in manifestation, such a, like, already giving thanks already so much of that thing, and deciding it, and you know, holding no other options, and believing and being certain. So that then if you hold it in your mind, it has got no other option than to materialize. That's just science. That's just quantum physics that you can just find out yourself. When you have it, you can create it in your mind. When you can create a thing in your mind, it has no other option than to become reality.
So gratitude plays an important role in manifesting process.
Yes. If you want to speed up your manifestation, gratitude is the key. It's powerful.
Have you encountered any challenges or setbacks that individuals have encountered while manifesting the process? I mean, if they have found any uh, hurdles, or if they're struggling somewhere, have you addressed such challenges, and what are the strategies you suggest to overcome those hurdles and focused in manifesting?
I think the biggest setback is when we stop believing in ourselves, when we give our power away, and when we go with this mechanistic worldview. We think the world is just something around us, you know, and we have no role in it, you know, we're just observers in this mechanic world. That's kind of a worldview. So I think that's the biggest setback. But when you think about it in this, if you have this organic worldview that we are key role players in this, and we are all connected, and we shape our world. We mold it. So that's when you are doing the right thing. That's when you will see your results.
In your experience, while there are individuals who are going through a manifestation process, so while going through those process, have they discovered their self transformation in the life? Have you seen such examples?
Absolutely, absolutely. And that is the work what we do, you know, and that is finding out your power, and that is creating the new neural pathways and creating your new reality. That's it. That's it. You will totally like create your new way of being, and that's how you create your new reality. That's it.
Is it also necessary to think in present tense form when manifesting?
Absolutely. Yes, absolutely. Yeah. That absolutely. Like you already are that. You already have that what you want. Talking about yourself, that I am, I have. So absolutely in present.
What are the common mistakes and or misconceptions people have about the manifestation process, and how can individual avoid or overcome these pitfalls?
Well, I think one big is that the false idea that you just have to always be happy or always be in a good mood, that otherwise you don't, if you're like feeling those emotions that are part of a human existence, like every day, different emotions that or different kind of, you know, moods so that it affects your manifestation or something. But that's not how it is. It's not, it's normal to have different moods and not feeling always perfect or happy, or things go like not always something every day, so that you're just in a high vibration all the time or something. And it's not that's not so.
So you have to be very firm believer about manifestation, and things may go different at some day, but you have to be a very firm believer about manifestation.
Yes, absolutely, absolutely. Be certain, and give no other option, and embody the state of you already having that, or your desire already being reality. So that's it. That's it, like embodying it, and seeing yourself as that, and seeing it as it's already happened. So that's it. Otherwise, what happens during the day, what moods and you go through, it has got nothing to do with it. It's just normal. But it's the conviction, it's the certainty, and the feeling, knowing and expecting that.
Hmm. So how does the energy of intention contribute to the manifestation process?
Energy of intention. Well, as I say, it's like it's more than intention. It's certainty. It's seeing yourself, being, feeling, acting as that who already has what you're manifesting, or is that. So it's that. It's just aligning yourself with that frequency of your desire, of certainty, being certain of that, and embodying the state, feeling that, believing, acting, visualizing, and being so sure of it. That's how you change and alter your self-concept, and that's how you match the frequency of your desire, and that's how it happens.
Uh, how do one navigate the balance between setting specific goals in the manifestation process while also remaining open to unexpected opportunities?
Yeah, well, the thing is that you first you manifest certain thing. You know it has to be a certain. If you don't know what you want, then you'll get just random things. But the thing is that you don't think about the how, and the unexpected, they might be part of your manifestation. They might be the connecting spots on the way, connecting dots on the way to your manifestation. They might be the events that are taking you there, or just unfolding through those events. So being open to the unexpected, being open to that. And many times, if you manifest something certain, or you're not very certain of what you are manifesting, then you can manifest like this thing or something better. So it can be the unexpected, can be, sometimes it can be so that even things that might seem sometimes like a misfortune, they can lead to the greatest fortune of your life. So not being fixed minded, having a flexible mindset, and also like being grateful, and having this growth mindset, understanding that even sometimes things might happen through some uncomfortable or unpleasant events or situations. So that's when you give way to the things to happen. That's where you let them happen, because that's how they really might happen. You might first not, think that, okay, this is something very pleasant or something, but it can absolutely lead you there. So it's growth and open minds is very important as well, to embody or to go and change. If you have a fixed, that is what I do with my mental practice work, that fixing the mindset, we do the mindset work, like going from the fixed mindset to the growth mindset, which gives for you a lot of opportunities in your life when we alter our mindsets. So that's like opening the whole new world of possibilities.
When we say that everything is here, nothing gets created, nothing gets destroyed in manifestation process, you can achieve your desired results through manifestation process. So is it okay to say that there is a role of collective consciousness and interconnectedness in the manifestation journey?
You're asking that can we say there is a collective consciousness? That's the question.
Sorry, come again. I have your voice was breaking, so I couldn't hear you clear.
Yeah, okay. So it's that can we say that there is a collective consciousness? Was that you?
I'm sorry. Again, your voice was so distracted. I couldn't hear you.
Okay, so was the question that can we say that there is a collective consciousness?
Yes, that's what.
Absolutely. Absolutely, absolutely. Absolutely, there is. And that is the part of the organic world view, that we have this collective consciousness, and we just, it is something that it's either blocking us or we can use it, or it's working on our benefit, and it's very, very good to be aware of it, and let it guide us, let it serve us. Yeah, absolutely. Everything and everyone is connected. Everything. Absolutely.
Do you suggest books for reading for manifestation?
Yeah. Depending maybe on the, if in general. One book which is amazing is called The Having. It's from a Korean author. And then books of Dr. Joe Dispenza and his work, just, getting to know of his work. Then there are a lot of wonderful books, which are touching the subject or are so close to the subject, like I would say Think and Grow Rich, absolute favorite. Like, not directly talking about manifesting, but it is talking about manifesting. Everything about it is talking about manifesting. And yeah, this how to what's it called? How to Make Friends, and it was Dale Carnegie's book, how to
How to
how to
influence and make your
influence
something
people.
like that? Yeah. But the
Exactly
author's
how
name,
to.
yeah, Dale Carnage.
Yeah, 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 absolutely, yeah. Yeah, I believe there are many books you can benefit from greatly. But remembering that it all comes from within, and understanding, like in short, understanding that everything does exist. Everything exists in this universe around us. Everything is there, and there is no lack. There is no lack. There is no impossibility in the universe. We as humans have created the lack and the impossibility. It's all man-made, but there isn't such a thing, you know. And seeing the world as what it is, like bigger than what we have created it, bigger than what we think it is, what we are looking in front of us, what it is. And that's how you tap into the higher sources and connect yourself to all the sources, and that's how it happens. As I said, like what sort of experiences I have myself, like regarding health, regarding someone, as I said, recovering from certain death and relationships, and abundance, and all these things, like just all these things are, they are there, and they are possible. All we have to do is just widen our understanding, and becoming aware of all the possibilities, and of our role in all this, our role in this world, and in this existence.
Uh, Manifestation is more to do with cognitive functioning of the brain.
Yeah, yeah, I would say though, say that. I would say that absolutely, because
If it's
mm,
something related to cognitive functioning, then can we say that it's a psychological subject?
I would say more that it's more like a scientific subject, because it's just pure science. It's all just pure science, and it comes to the plasticity of the brain, all the work, all the rewiring the brain. It comes to the neuroplasticity. So, but of course, in a way, it's also psychological when you go and change your whole being, your whole, worldview, and your whole self, and your psychological status, can alter as well. So in that sense.
Healing is also can be processed or can be healed through manifestation process, right?
Yes, yes, absolutely. And so as can the opposite, our minds can make us healthy, and our minds can make us sick.
Um, my last question will be, what advice do you have for individuals who struggle with self-sabotage or a feeling of unworthiness, during their manifestation journey? How come they overcome
Mm,
these internal barriers? Because the whole struggle is between inside.
it is. Well, self-sabotage, if it's in a very extreme stage, then of course one should, like if it's very urgent, then one should seek help, of course, and then work on oneself. But if it's the frustration, or the or that, the rejection, or not the unworthiness, is actually, it's a golden opportunity to go through that emotion, like not trying to block it, not trying to not feel it. That will just push it further away, and it will always be there. But realizing, and there you can use, like, you can write, you can journal. Why do I feel unworthy? In what kind of situations? Who has whose decision it is? Is it everyone of that opinion? Who has said that to me? Where did it come from? And so on and so on. I really go through it. I really, like, feeling the emotion and letting it come through. Shouting if need to, cry as much as need to, emptying the whole bucket, and then then once going through that, the whole questions, like is it true? Where did it come from? And so forth and so forth. And then working on building on that, to changing that and working on building the worthiness.
Uh, as I said, that was the last question, but I couldn't resist. Have one more question, and
Sure.
it's something which I'm struggling to understand. If I'm on a manifestation journey for the thing I want, but there are certain circumstances which is not in my hand. Let's say that natural disaster which happens, floods or earthquakes or tsunami, anything. So which is not in my hand. So how do I see that those are the hurdles in my manifestation journey? It may there might be a situation where I can see or I can feel that now it's not going to work because there's a huge damage over here through a natural disaster. So how should I see those situation and recover from that?
How would that situation be related to your manifestation? Or how would it be? How would you decide that that's on the way of your manifestation? And why?
So I will take one a hypothetical situation over here. It's just coming in the mind. I have not thought of it, but let's say if I want to manifest uh, my own house. I want to build my own house. Okay, I'm on the journey to build my own house to manifest my desire. But there are certain situation which is not under my control. So in that case, how should I overcome those situation?
The thing is that you do not overcome the situations because you you do not think of the how enough. You know what you want, and you manifest it, and you embody that state, and you feel it. Then the how will come. Now what you say is you're taking in control, and that's how you think that you are deciding whether I can have it or not. But the thing is that we are not in control. We are not in control of the how. We cannot, that's if that's it, the game is over. If we think that, okay, but I cannot because that is that, I cannot because of that, okay, it cannot happen because of that. That's not our job. We have to let go of that. I hope I answered the question. I want to go a little bit back to the previous question about someone feeling unworthy. Then what's very helpful is that realizing that it's not real. It's not real, None of us human beings were born in this world to be unworthy. That's nobody's reality. That's not real. That's not the reality at all. That's just something that this person has told him on self, They've just came up with that themselves, or somebody has told it themselves. But why would they keep and continue and telling that to themselves if someone has said that to them? Because that's not real. It's not real. That's very helpful when you come to realize that, okay, this is not real. Why am I telling this to myself? Why am I feeling this about myself? It's not real. It's just all fake, all false emotions, fake emotions, those terrible, horrible feelings. Why? No, it's not real, Nobody is thinking like that. Nobody else is feeling like that. And it's like giving your power away to someone else. Who in this world is more than you? We are all in the same. We are all in the same situation. Nobody's deciding, okay, this person is unworthy, this is unworthy. No one has the power to do that, It's very helpful when it clicks and you realize that. What the heck? Let me throw this false statements to the trash. It's not real. It's not real. Game over. you know.
I think
Well,
what I understood is the letting go is a big quality which you have to cultivate or develop in yourself while manifesting the manifesting journey?
Yes, letting go of the how and of the, oh, it cannot be because this and because this, and to not figure that out, because as I said, things can happen. When they happen in the way that we did not expect. you know it's not impossible. This comes with, this is aligned with spirituality and religions and everything. Things can come, provision can come from unexpected, these things that ways that we could not have imagined. And I've witnessed that. And that is how they happen. That's the mechanic and fixed worldview and mindset, to think that we only know how things can happen. Only I know from which sources wealth can come, from which sources I can have a job, I can have a relationship. That's not true. That's not real. The ways they will surprise us. And all these lines and boundaries and limits, they are so flexible. They are so flexible. We didn't know the limit between, as I said, between life and death, between abundance, between wealth, between relation, between everything. Letting go of that control, how things can happen and how things cannot.
So while you should have the quality of letting go of how things happens, and still have the firm belief that it will happen.
Absolutely.
Okay,
Absolutely.
got it. Yeah, great. So with that note, we come to the end of this episode. It's a huge topic actually, and it's not easy to cover in 1 hour. We shall meet again and discuss more in detail. I will have some, and I'll have experience with myself as well about manifestation, and I'll share the experience with you, and then discuss more about it.
Be waiting for that, and
Yeah,
I'm always ready to discuss happily.
sure,
Mm.
sure.
So,
Thank you, Afra,
my
for
pleasure.
having me,
Thank you.
for having your time.
My pleasure.
Thank you for having your time. Yeah, bye.
Thank you.